Keith, where are you really? This isn't like you. I called your office today and they said you took vacation days. What's going on? You never take time off without letting me know. Please come home. I'm really worried about you.
Things are bad, really bad. I can't come back anymore. I'm so sorry.
Keith, where are you right now? Just tell me and I'll come to you. We can figure this out.
Sorry, I can't tell you. It's not safe.
Not safe? What do you mean? Are you in some kind of trouble? You haven't been home for 3 days. I'm losing my mind with worry here. What are you thinking disappearing like this, especially now with the baby coming? Please, I'm begging you, explain what's happening. I'm your wife. You can tell me anything.
I just put divorce papers in our mailbox. I'm so sorry, Sarah.
What? Divorce papers? This has to be a joke. What are you talking about? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? I'm pregnant right now. I'm 8 months along with our daughter. How could you do this? Our baby is about to be born. She needs her father. I need my husband.
I'm sorry. I really am. You have no idea how much this hurts me, too.
Then why are you doing this? What do you mean, sorry? This makes no sense. We were just talking about baby names last week. What changed? Are you telling me you want me to raise our daughter alone? As a single mother?
Please, I don't have a choice here. You have to believe me.
Why? At least give me a reason. Don't I deserve that much after everything we've been through? You won't even tell me why? Don't shut me out like this. Let me help you.
This is to protect us, to protect you and the baby. That's all I can say. It's not because I stopped loving you. Please believe that. I still love you so much.
Nothing you're saying makes any sense. If you love me, you wouldn't leave me. Not like this. If it's to protect us, then talk to me. We're a team. We've always faced everything together.
I told you I can't. Saying anything more will just put you in danger. Just forget about me. Move on with your life. Find someone who can be there for you and our daughter. If anyone asks about me, tell them you don't know anything, that you haven't heard from me. And please don't contact the police. I'm begging you. This isn't about any crime or anything like that. It's more complicated. The less you know, the safer you'll be.
Then what is it about? Make me understand, Keith. I deserve to know. This is beyond irresponsible. You can't just abandon your pregnant wife and disappear. Your parents are worried too. They keep calling me asking if I've heard from you. Please, please just explain why this is happening. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I told you I can't. Why can't you understand that? If I tell you, it'll put us all in danger. You, me, the baby, my parents, everyone.
What danger? From who? Just give me something here, Keith. Throw me a bone. This is ridiculous. Is this really happening right now? Is this some kind of terrible prank? Getting divorced now means you're abandoning me and our baby. Do you get that?
Yeah, I know what it means. I guess it does look that way from the outside. Since I won't be around, I won't be there for you or to see our daughter grow up.
I can't believe this. I know that, Keith. I don't need you to spell it out for me.
But even if I want to come back, I can't. God, I wish I could explain, but I just can't.
Keith, please come back. Let's talk about this in person. We can get divorced if you really want, but at least have the decency to say it to my face.
You can throw away my stuff. I won't be needing it anymore where I'm going. Just file those divorce papers. It's better for everyone this way. A clean break.
Wait, stop! You don't get to make this decision alone. I'm your wife, damn it! Keith, please answer me. Don't do this. Don't throw away our family. What about our baby? How is she supposed to grow up without a father?
Hey, long time no see. It's been a while, hasn't it?
What? Who is this? I don't recognize this number.
It's me, Keith, your husband. Well, ex-husband, I guess. Don't tell me you forgot about me already. I know it's been a few years.
Keith? Oh, right. This isn't your old number. I deleted that one a long time ago.
Yeah, it's my new number. Make sure you save this as my new contact info.
Keith, is this really you? After all this time? Why are you suddenly messaging me now?
Yeah, it's really me, in the flesh. Well, in the text, I suppose. I'm so sorry about everything, Sarah, for leaving the way I did. You didn't deserve that. Thank you for raising our daughter alone. I can't imagine how hard that must have been.
Why are you doing this now, Keith? Popping up in my life out of nowhere?
Don't be so cold. Can't a father want to reconnect with his family? You haven't actually filed those divorce papers yet, have you? Be honest.
Actually, I have filed them. A long time ago. Took me a while to track you down to serve you.
What? No, that can't be right. You don't have to pretend with me. I know the truth. You're still legally my wife. Want to know how I know? You're still using my last name. I saw Smith on your house nameplate when I stopped by the other day.
You stopped by my house? How do you even know where I live now? I moved after you left.
I wasn't stalking you or anything, I swear. Don't get the wrong idea. I just happened to see you and our daughter walking the other day, and I followed you home to see where you lived. Then I saw the Smith nameplate on your house, so I knew you hadn't remarried at least.
So you were following us. Do you have any idea how creepy that is, Keith?
You're right, I'm sorry. That was out of line. I was just surprised to see you both. I didn't have the courage to approach you then and there. Seeing you again after so long, I froze up. I know I caused you a lot of trouble when I disappeared, more than I can probably ever make up for.
You sure did. That's the understatement of the century. What was that nonsense about protecting us again? I'd love to hear you explain that one. You almost had me believing you for a while there, you know? That it was for some noble reason. You were really good at lying back then. I'll give you that much. You almost deserve an Oscar.
It wasn't a lie, Sarah. I know you probably don't believe me, but I meant every word back then. Do you want me to tell you what really happened? Why I had to leave so suddenly? I'll tell you everything now, though I wouldn't blame you if you don't believe a word I say.
Okay, I'm listening. This should be good. Go on.
The real reason I left was because I was a guarantor for a friend's loan. A big loan!
A loan? That's what this was about? That's something you easily could have told me about.
No, it wasn't that simple. This wasn't your average bank loan. They borrowed money from some really dangerous people, Sarah. I'm talking loan sharks with mob ties.
What? Loan sharks? The mob? Are you kidding me right now, Keith? If that's true, you should have gone to the police or hired a lawyer, not abandoned your family.
No, it wasn't something that simple. Going to the cops would have just made things worse, trust me. I was scared they might come after you and the baby if you stayed with me. It threatened you to get to me. That's why I left the divorce papers. I thought a clean break would keep you both safe.
Is that so? Well, I've got to hand it to you, Keith. You sure know how to spin a story.
It's the truth, Sarah, I swear! But look, that's all in the past now. Water under the bridge! What I really wanted to ask is, could we maybe try living together again? As a family?
What? Are you out of your mind? You can't be serious right now. Obviously not. After the way you just up and disappeared, with no warning? Leaving me alone and pregnant while I was on the verge of giving birth to our daughter? It would have been one thing if you'd left us some savings, but you cleaned out our joint account before you vanished.
I needed that money to run, to get away and keep you all safe. I hated having to do that. But I never once forgot about you and our daughter, not for a single day. When I saw you both by chance the other day, I actually cried. I broke down right there on the sidewalk. Seeing how big our baby girl had gotten, it really hit me how much I've missed.
Well, you certainly didn't seem to be in a hurry to make contact. Till now, apparently.
You're right, I should have reached out sooner. I was just scared you'd reject me. But I'm here now. Please, just let me meet her once. Let me see my daughter. Our daughter. I promise I won't upset her or expect too much. I just need to see her.
No, absolutely not. Not happening. I won't let a man who never paid a cent in child support suddenly waltz in and see her.
Child support? Is that what this is about? I'll pay then. I'll pay back everything I owe for all these years. Every penny. Just name the amount.
Oh, really? You suddenly have that kind of money? Last I checked, you left us high and dry.
I've been working while I was away. Hard manual labor type jobs, under the table stuff. I've saved up quite a bit. I can help support you both now like I always should have.
If you really mean that, then start by returning the savings you stole when you left.
Fine, I'll pay that back too. I'll even add interest. Just please let me make this right. Let me be a father to my daughter. I'll do anything, Sarah. I'm begging you.
You're assuming quite a lot thinking I'll let you just see her like that. So you'll really pay what you owe, even though you're under no legal obligation since I filed the divorce papers?
Yes, I'll really pay it, every penny and more. I just want a chance to be in my daughter's life. You filed the papers, but you're still using my name. That has to mean something.
Don't read too much into a name. But okay, let's see if you actually follow through this time. Where should we meet for you to see her and give me the money?
How about our old place? For old time's sake, it'll be nice and private.
Absolutely not. Have you lost your mind? I'm not meeting you alone in private.
Why not? What's the issue? You think I'd try something weird?
I don't know what you'd do. The Keith I knew disappeared years ago. I have no idea who you are now.
Wow, I can't believe you think that little of me. You really think I'm capable of hurting you? You kept those divorce papers because deep down you were waiting for me to come back, right?
No comment. Believe whatever fantasy you want, Keith. How many years do you think it's been? 3? 4? Long enough. It has to be somewhere public or no deal. I don't trust easily anymore, and certainly not you.
I guess that's fair. I can't blame you for being cautious, not after what I put you through. How about the mall near the highway? The big one with the food court and the movie theater. There's one like that in this area, right? I think I remember passing it on my way here.
Yes, there's a mall like that. It's pretty much the only one around, so I know which you mean. That works. It's public, plenty of people around. I'll feel safe meeting you there. I'm free this Saturday. Does that work for you? I'd rather get this over with.
Yeah, Saturday is perfect. I'm free all day, so just name the time and I'll be there. I can hardly wait to see you both. I've missed so much and I have so much catching up to do.
Let's say 1 p.m. then, outside the main food court entrance. Don't be late.
I'll be there at 12:30, not a minute later. I don't want to waste a second of time with you and Lily. And Sarah, thank you. Truly, this means more to me than you can possibly imagine. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to earn back your trust, no matter how long it takes. Hey Sarah, when can I see Lily again? I've been thinking about her non-stop since our meeting.
Funny you should ask. What about the child support you promised now that we've met?
What about it? I just saw Lily that one time at the mall. I thought that was a given. Besides, we barely spent any time together. Lily was so shy, she barely came near me. The last time we met wasn't even an hour long. You can't expect me to pay up already.
Oh, I absolutely can expect that. What exactly did you think would happen here, Keith? She was fussy because she doesn't know you. You're a stranger to her. What did you expect? Besides, you're the one who said you just wanted to meet her once. You're moving the goalposts now.
Look, I want to keep seeing her from now on. I thought I made that clear. I won't ask to live with you, but at least let me be near our family. Let me spend time with my child.
Our family? No, Keith. This is my family. The family you abandoned, remember? I've been doing just fine without you. Lily has been doing just fine without you.
You can't shut me out forever, Sarah. I'm trying to make amends here. Why are you being so difficult? I didn't abandon you because I stopped loving you or because I didn't want to be a father. My life was really in danger. Your life and Lily's were in danger. I did what I had to do.
Your circumstances don't matter to me, Keith. I really couldn't care less about your excuses. Do you have any idea how much I struggled after you left? How hard it was to raise a newborn alone?
I can only imagine. And I'm sorrier than you will ever know, but I'm here now. Doesn't that count for something? Look, how about this? If you're working full-time, I could watch Lily during the day while you're at work.
You must be joking. Why on earth would I trust you alone with my daughter? I don't even trust you alone with me. And what do you mean, if I'm working? Of course I'm working. I'm a single mother. I have to work. Some of us don't have the luxury of disappearing for years to run from our responsibilities.
You're right. That was presumptuous of me. I apologize. I guess I'm just eager to help however I can. I'm not working right now since I just got back into town, so I have plenty of free time to watch Lily.
So not only are you not working, but you don't even have a stable living situation, do you?
Well, no, not exactly. I've been staying in motels and cheap short-term rentals since I got back. I'm planning to look for work, but I can't exactly rent a decent place quite yet. These things take time.
Right, so in addition to abandoning us, you also have no job and nowhere to live. Quite the catch. Let me guess, your next question is going to be if you can stay with us for a while. Am I right?
Would that really be so bad? I promise I won't get in the way or cause any trouble. I could sleep on the couch or Lily's floor. Anywhere is fine. I'm not picky at all. I just want to be close to my family again, Sarah. I've missed so much. Please, let me make this right.
Unbelievable. The sheer audacity to even suggest such a thing after everything you've done. I already told you no, Keith. I will never let you back into our lives. Not like before.
But we're still married, Sarah. You're still my wife in the eyes of the law. If you were really done with me, you would have divorced me officially already. But you didn't.
My marital status is none of your business. You lost the right to ask me about that when you left us. And you haven't done a single thing since reappearing to earn even a shred of my trust back. You can't even be a halfway decent father. Why on earth would I let you into my home? I knew it. You probably don't even have money for the child support you owe, do you? This was all just another lie.
It's not a lie, Sarah. I do have the money. I'll pay the child support, all of it. But after Lily gets more comfortable with me. Right now she acts like I'm a total stranger.
She acts like you're a stranger because you are a stranger, Keith. An unreliable, untrustworthy stranger. So if she doesn't warm up to you, which I have no intention of forcing her to do, by the way, you won't pay?
No, that's not what I meant. I'll still pay. I'm just worried that if I give you the money now, you'll take it and run. You won't let me see her anymore if you're not getting something out of it, too. I need some reassurance here.
You know what? Fine. If it'll get you to actually follow through for once, we can try this your way. But you better start paying that child support. And I mean starting immediately, in monthly installments.
Yes, absolutely. I'll bring the first month's payment next time we meet, I promise. Just please don't cut me off from Lily completely. I need to be in her life, Sarah. I need to make things right.
We'll see, Keith. I'll believe it when I see that money. But you better actually pay this time. I mean it.
I will, Sarah. I give you my word. Things will be different this time around. So when can I see you both next? I want to give Lily her present and obviously the money for you.
I'll have to check my schedule and Lily's. She has daycare and play dates. It's not always easy to find free time.
I understand, but please make it soon, Sarah. I'm really trying to step up and be responsible here.
Funny, that would be a first. But why the sudden urgency, Keith? What's the rush?
Well, once I find a job, I might not have such an open schedule anymore. I want to spend time with her while I can.
Ah, I see. So you expect me to prioritize you immediately, even though you never prioritized us. Got it. All right, I'll look at my calendar and let you know. But I'm not making any promises. Lily comes first, always.
I know she does, and that's how it should be. You're an incredible mom, Sarah. I see that. Anyway, that's all I can ask for. Thank you for agreeing to meet again, for giving me another chance with Lily.
Don't make me regret it, Keith. I mean it. This is your absolute last chance. For Lily's sake, not yours. Hey Keith, something came up and I don't think I can make it today after all. It's not a good time.
What? But I'm already here! I'm at the restaurant where we agreed to have lunch! I even told the staff we were celebrating something special and to put it on my tab. Order whatever you like. I brought Lily's present and everything, a big stuffed unicorn almost as big as she is.
A stuffed animal? She has plenty of those, Keith. If you wanted to impress her, should have thought of that years ago. Besides, you should save your money for the child support you owe. Seems like you forgot that little detail. It's fine, really. I got this. Lily and I have gotten by this long without you. Not like I expected you to follow through.
Whoa, hang on, I didn't forget anything. But how am I supposed to bond with Lily if she won't give me a chance?
She's not obligated to give you a chance, Keith. You're the adult, she's the child. She owes you nothing.
I know that, but she's my daughter too. You can't keep her from me forever, Sarah. Last time we met, she got all anxious when I tried to talk to her. She wouldn't even look at me. Then she got upset and started crying and spilled her juice all over my shirt. It was a disaster. I just want a relationship with my daughter. Why won't she bond with me, Sarah? Is it something you said to her? What kind of parenting is this that she's scared of her own father?
How dare you accuse me of alienating her against you? She doesn't need my help to see who you really are, Keith. My daughter is a smart, sweet, mature little girl. She's an excellent judge of character. I've raised her to be wary of untrustworthy men, and she's right to be cautious of you.
So you admit it? You've turned her against me on purpose. How is that fair, Sarah?
I've turned her against you. That's rich. No, Keith, you turned her against you all on your own. With your selfishness, your lies, your broken promises, she doesn't need me to see that. Why would I want her to get attached to a self-centered deadbeat who never thinks of anyone but himself? You know what? I'm done with this conversation. Don't contact us again, Keith. We're through.
So that's it? You're just gonna cut me out? Just like that? Even though I'm trying to do the right thing? What a colossal waste of my time! I should have known you'd never let me see my own kid. You know what? Forget the child support. I'm not paying a cent if I can't even see my daughter. She barely looks like me anyway. Not like she got any of my good looks. What an ugly brat. Hell, I'm starting to doubt she even has my DNA. Maybe you were cheating on me, you...
Of course course she doesn't have your DNA, Keith. She's not your daughter, and she never was.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Not my daughter! Lily isn't my child? Is that what you're saying right now? This doesn't make any sense! If she's not mine, then whose is she? Were you cheating on me, Sarah? Sleeping around behind my back?
Don't be dense, Keith. I never cheated on you, though Lord knows I had reason to with the way you acted. The girl you met at the mall wasn't Lily. She wasn't the baby I was pregnant with when you left. That little girl was my second daughter, my child with my new husband. She's only 3 years old. Lily, your actual biological daughter that I was carrying when you abandoned us, she's almost 6 now. Funny how you couldn't even tell the difference. Really shows how much you care about being a father.
What the actual hell, Sarah? You tricked me? That whole meeting was a setup? I can't believe this. So that girl, she really wasn't Lily? She wasn't my kid after all? Was I supposed to know how big a 6-year-old is supposed to be? I'm not a damn pediatrician. Wait, back up a second. Did you just say your second daughter with your new husband? You have another kid now, Sarah? And you remarried too? When the hell did all this happen?
Yes, Keith. I have another daughter now. 2, in fact. Lily has a little sister. Not that it's any of your business. And yes, I remarried. I told you I filed the divorce papers, didn't I? Or did you forget that little detail? What, did you really think I was going to sit around pining for you and wait for you to come back?
But the house! Your mailbox! It still said Smith! That's my last name! I saw it with my own eyes!
You really are a special kind of stupid, aren't you, Keith? I knew you were dumb, but this is a new low. By complete coincidence, and I mean complete coincidence, my new husband's last name is also Smith. Shocking, I know. It's almost like Smith is an incredibly common surname or something.
This is unbelievable. You've got to be kidding me. Your new husband's name is Smith, too? Seriously? Why the hell didn't you tell me you remarried right away, the second I contacted you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to give you a detailed update on my marital status and reproductive choices? Last time I checked, Keith, I don't owe you a damn thing. Certainly not the intimate details of my personal life. I told you I filed the divorce papers. It's not my problem you made dumb assumptions based on a last name. Besides, I wanted to see what you were really after, why you suddenly popped back up after all this time. I was hoping to get some of the child support you owe me and Lily, if I'm being completely honest.
I can't believe this. You tricked me, Sarah. You lied to me and made me think that other girl was my daughter. Do you have any idea how much I was looking forward to rebuilding a relationship with my child? This is the worst thing anyone has ever done to me. I hope you're happy with your little scheme.
Oh, spare me the victim act, Keith. You're the only one who deceived anyone here. I saw right through you the second you contacted me. I knew you wanted something. You were planning to try to worm your way back into my life to get money, weren't you?
Money? You think that's what this was about? I can't believe you would accuse me of that, Sarah. I came back because I wanted to make things right, because I wanted to be a father to my child.
No, Keith. You came back because you wanted to use me and Lily to solve whatever trouble you're in. Let me guess, you were hoping to sweet-talk your way into staying with us rent-free for a while, huh? probably planned on stealing from me again the second you had access to my bank account or credit cards.
Wow, Sarah, you really think I'm that low that I would steal from the mother of my child? I made mistakes, Sarah, I admit that. I wasn't always the best husband or father, I see that now. But I would never exploit my own family for money. I'm not a monster, Sarah. Do you really think that little of me?
Yes, Keith, I absolutely do think you're that low. You've never given me a single reason to think otherwise. My husband now, he helped me do a little digging after you contacted me. Wanted to make sure you were on the level. Turns out you still have debts up to your eyeballs, don't you, Keith? Still borrowing from shady characters too, I bet.
Debts? Shady characters? I don't know what you're talking about, Sarah. I told you I've been working. I've been keeping my nose clean and saving up so I could help provide for you and our daughter.
Cut the crap, Keith. I know everything. This little sob story of yours might have worked when we were younger, but not anymore. You were probably going to try to scam your way into our house so you could hide from your debtors, weren't you? I'm guessing they're probably looking for you, huh? Trying to collect on all that money you owe?
Look, I don't know what your new husband thinks he found out about me, but it's not what it looks like, okay? Yes, I still have some debts, old ones from back then that I'm still paying off little by little, that much is true. But I'm not hiding from anyone, Sarah, I swear. I'm not in any trouble. I haven't done anything wrong. I just wanted a chance to reconnect with you and Lily, because I'm tired of running from my responsibilities.
Funny, I don't believe a single word coming out of your mouth. Once a liar, always a liar. Let me take a wild guess. You were sleeping with someone else's wife or girlfriend again, weren't you? Just like when you disappeared the first time. I know all about that too, by the way. The real reason you left us.
What? What are you talking about, Sarah? I never cheated on you. I would never do that to you. I told you the truth about why I left, about the loan and the money I owed. I was trying to protect you.
Keith, for once in your miserable life, just stop lying. I'm so sick of your bullshit, I could scream. We both know the real reason you vanished was because you were screwing some gangster's girl behind my back. And you were borrowing money from any low-life loan shark that would give you the time of day, weren't you?
Oh, shit! They did come to the house asking about me after I left, didn't they? I had a feeling they might, but I hoped... Sarah, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. If I had known for sure they would harass you, I never would have...
If you had known? If you had known? Are you seriously this dense, Keith? You knew they would come looking for you. You knew the kind of people you were mixed up with. But instead of facing it like a man, instead of coming clean to your pregnant wife, you ran like a coward. I was terrified, Keith. I was alone, pregnant, and had no idea if you were even alive. And then these big, scary, tattooed guys start banging on the door in the middle of the night, demanding to know where you were. They forced their way into the house and started tearing it apart looking for you. I thought they were going to kill me, Keith.
God, Sarah, I had no idea it was that bad. If I had known they would put their hands on you and threaten you like that. I thought I was doing the right thing by leaving. I was trying to keep you safe by not getting you involved. I was stupid and selfish and more worried about my own problems than what might happen to you. I see that now.
Your problems, Keith? You mean the affair you were having with someone else's woman catching up to you? Because that's what this all boils down to, doesn't it? You couldn't keep it in your pants and nearly got us killed. I hope she was worth it, Keith. I hope sneaking around with that whore was worth destroying your family for.
It's not like that, Sarah. It wasn't about her. I made a stupid mistake and things just spiraled out of control. Look, I know I screwed up, okay? I screwed up bigger than I even realized, and you and Lily paid the price. I get it. But I'm trying to make it right, Sarah. I'm trying to step up and be a better man, a better father. That's gotta count for something.
No, Keith. It really doesn't count for squat. Not after everything you put me through. Put your own child through. We needed you, Keith. When I was scared and alone and pregnant, I needed my husband. And you weren't there. And now, after years of silence, you thought you could just waltz back into our lives with a little sweet talk and a stuffed unicorn? You really thought I would let you around my children? That I would let you back into my home? Near my family?
Wait, children? As in plural? Oh God, Sarah, don't tell me you had Lily's little sister with me. Did you not file the divorce papers until after she was born? Have I abandoned 2 daughters instead of 1?
What? No, you absolute idiot. Lily's sister isn't yours. I told you, she's my child with my husband. My real husband. The man who was there for me when you weren't. The man who stepped up to be a father to your daughter when you ran. The man who is twice the husband and father you could ever hope to be on your best day.
Message received loud and clear, Sarah. You've moved on, I get it. You're over me. You've made that painfully obvious. I just wanted to make things right with you and Lily, but I see now that's never going to happen. I screwed up too bad. You hate me, and honestly, I don't blame you. I'd hate me too if I was in your shoes. I have a lot of regrets, Sarah.
I don't give a damn about your regrets, Keith. Your guilt, your apologies, your excuses. I'm over all of it. Now you listen to me and you listen good. This is the last time I ever want to hear from you. Do you understand? Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't show up at my house. Nothing. You stay the hell away from me and my daughters. As far as Lily is concerned, her father is dead. Mike is the only dad she's ever known, and he's the only one she needs.
I guess I can respect that. The damage I've done, it's probably too deep to ever repair. If I'm really so toxic that my own child is better off without me in her life, then I have to live with that. Tell her I'm sorry for failing her, for not being the dad she deserves. I do love her, Sarah, even if I suck at showing it.
If you really love her, Keith, you'll leave us alone. You'll let her heal from your betrayal and abandonment. She's happy, Keith. She's safe and loved and thriving without you. If you care about her at all, let her have that.
I will, Sarah.
After that final confrontation over text, my ex-husband Keith was quite literally caught by his own parents and forcibly sent out to sea for nearly a year as punishment for his actions. From what I heard through the grapevine, the fishing boat he was assigned to has a reputation for being particularly brutal. 20-hour days, dangerous conditions, bare-bone accommodations. His father pulled some strings to get him placed on the worst ship with the most unforgiving captain. Part of me almost felt bad for him, knowing he would be subjected to such back-breaking labor for months on end. But then I remembered everything he put me through, all the lies and betrayal and cowardice, and suddenly, I didn't feel an ounce of sympathy. If I'm being completely honest, there's a vindictive part of me that hopes he suffers out there on the unforgiving sea. That maybe, just maybe, a hard life of manual labor will beat some sense and decency into him. But even if it doesn't, even if he comes back the same selfish, manipulative bastard he was when he left, I've realized it doesn't really matter anymore. He's no longer my problem or my responsibility. I washed my hands of Keith the second I found out the real reason he abandoned me and our unborn child. And as despicable as that was, as much as it destroyed me at the time, I see now it was a twisted blessing in disguise, because it set me free from a toxic, dead-end marriage and opened the door for real love to enter my life. You see, in Keith's absence, I not only survived, but I found a way to thrive. I discovered a strength and resilience in myself I never knew I possessed. I learned that I could be an incredible mother even without a partner to lean on, and ultimately, I was able to open my heart again and build the loving family I always dreamed of, just not with Keith. When Mike came into the picture, it felt like the sun finally emerging after an endless storm. He was kind, stable, dependable, everything Keith wasn't. He accepted me as I was, baggage and all, and willingly stepped into the father role for Lily without hesitation. Watching their bond grow, seeing my little girl light up every time Mike walked through the door, it began to heal something deep inside of me. Of course, Mike and I had our fair share of discussions and even arguments about Keith and his role, or lack thereof, in Lily's life. I had to fill Mike in on a lot of ugly, painful details about my previous marriage that I had initially glossed over, but he listened without judgment, held me as I cried, and respected the boundaries I needed to set for my own mental health. Together, we decided that, unless Lily starts asking hard questions when she's older, we would let her believe her biological father had passed away when she was a baby. I know that might sound harsh to some people, denying a child access to their real parent, but in our case, it truly felt like the best thing for her. Keith was never there for Lily, even when we were still together. He missed every doctor's appointment, never helped set up the nursery, often stayed out all night, and slept all day. He just couldn't be bothered to step up and embrace his new role as a father. Can you imagine how confusing it would be for Lily to suddenly have this stranger appear and claim to be her dad after years of absence? How devastating it would be for her to get attached to him, only for Keith to inevitably disappear again the moment things got tough? I couldn't bear to put my child through that trauma. Not when she already had a wonderful, loving daddy in her life in the form of Mike. And what a dad he has been. Mike was there for Lily's first steps, her first words, her first day of school. He's the one kissing her boo-boos, scaring away the monsters under her bed, beaming with pride at her dance recitals. Blood doesn't make a family, love does. And that little girl is surrounded by so much love, she doesn't have room for Keith's particular brand of poison. As for me, I'd be lying if I said I was completely over the emotional scars Keith left me with. Even with a new baby on the way, a doting husband, and a beautiful daughter, it still hits me some nights. That feeling of utter betrayal and abandonment, I don't know if that wound will ever fully heal. But I'm trying my best to focus on the blessings in my life rather than the pains of my past. I'm determined not to let Keith's actions taint the good memories I'm making now with my little family. He took so much from me over the years without even realizing it. I won't give him the power to steal my joy anymore. So while I'll never forgive my ex-husband for the unforgivable, I've at least found some closure in knowing that he is facing real consequences for once in his miserable life. Even if it's taken over half a decade, Keith is finally being forced to grapple with the mess he made. And whether he sinks or swims out there, whether he learns his lesson or stubbornly remains the same old Keith, I know I'll be just fine. Better than fine, actually, because I'm not wasting one more second of my time or energy on that man. Instead, I'm pouring all my love and effort into the people who have proven they deserve it. My daughters and my husband. I'm focused on building an even stronger, happier, healthier family with Mike by my side. I'm excited to watch Lily grow into a smart, capable, compassionate young woman who knows her worth. And I'm eagerly awaiting the arrival of our new little bundle of joy, grateful for the chance to do it all again with a true parenting partner this time. My past with Keith will always be a part of my story, but it doesn't define me anymore, and that's the most liberating feeling in the world.
I'm finally getting married! I'm counting on you for a wedding gift, so make sure it's something good, okay? Wait, you're getting married? Oh, congratulations, but what do you mean by that exactly? Does that mean you'll be coming to introduce him to us soon? It's important to meet him, right? It feels like maybe the order of things is a little off here. Huh? An introduction? I don't see why that's necessary. I mean, we're not exactly the most traditional family, right? Why start being all uptight now? What's with this sudden need to follow etiquette and all that? Just because I'm getting married now, you think you can act like some strict parent? When did you become such a fan of proper manners? It's honestly kind of annoying. It's not about when. That's not really the point here, Angelica. Marriage isn't just about the two of you as individuals. It's about bringing together two families, creating a bond that has a meaning beyond just the two people in it. These things matter, and they should be handled properly. If you don't, there could be misunderstandings or issues. You'll need to meet each other's families, and once both sides give their approval, it's respectful to have a formal introduction for everyone's peace of mind, don't you think? You're kidding, right? That's such an outdated way of thinking. Not every family does things that way anymore. Besides, our family's never been one of those super strict traditional types, right? We don't have to start now. Wait a minute. Have you even asked what his parents think about all this? A marriage isn't something you and he can decide on alone, Angelica. If you don't handle this properly, it could inconvenience his family as well. And wouldn't they want to know about the family their son is marrying into? Not taking these steps could cause unnecessary concern for them. Seriously? I didn't ask for your opinion. Why are you trying to act like you have a say in this? If anything, you being there with your crutches would probably make things even more awkward for them, don't you think? They'd feel obligated to cater to you out of politeness, and it'd just be a hassle. But I'd be able to explain to them that my condition doesn't require anyone to go out of their way for me. I've learned how to manage perfectly well, and there's no need for you to worry about it either. Besides, using my crutches doesn't have any impact on your marriage, Angelica. That's something entirely separate from your relationship. But none of this is about you. Frankly, your involvement in my marriage is unnecessary. The only reason I'm even telling you about this wedding is because I expect you to contribute financially. I mean, I'm your only daughter, right? And let's be honest, you both only have, maybe 40 years left at most? So really, there's no reason for you not to put some money toward my wedding if it makes me happy, is there? Why do you have to talk to us this way? Angelica, with this kind of attitude, it's surprising you even managed to find someone to marry. Of course I found someone. Anyway, I'm just telling you now, don't think you'll have any say in my wedding plans, okay? And don't think you can interfere in my life once I'm married either. My fiancé isn't anything like Dad. He's not the type to just laugh things off. He's serious, dependable, and capable. I've decided he's the one I can trust with my future. Unlike my dad, who's always laughing, never serious, and can't even take care of things himself. It's honestly pathetic how easy it's been to manipulate him all these years. That's really unkind to say about your father, Angelica. Why should I care? He may have had money, but that was the only thing that mattered to me. Now that I'm getting married, my fiancé will be the one supporting me financially. So honestly, I won't need anything from you two anymore. Paying for the wedding can be your last act of parenting, the last thing you do for your daughter. Go all out with it. Don't hold back. Once I'm married, think of it as severing ties. It'll make things easier for everyone.
So, you've seen us as nothing but a nuisance all this time?
Wow, it took you long enough to notice. Dad's always been my puppet, doing whatever I wanted, and you're just this nagging figure pretending to be a parent when it suits you. I've been wanting to cut ties for ages, but up until now I couldn't because of the money you were sending me every month. Once I'm married, though, I won't have any need to rely on you two for anything. Isn't that a relief for you? No more monthly allowance going to a daughter who's finally leaving to start her own life. So just think of this wedding expense as some kind of severance payment, if that helps.
We always thought that as our only daughter, you were someone precious to us, that raising you with care was something meaningful. But I guess that's just how we felt, wasn't it?
Thanks for your effort, I guess. But honestly, if you wanted to be proper parents, you should have done a better job from the start. You could have at least tried to have some authority or dignity instead of just letting me do whatever I wanted.
I see.
Hey, are you kidding me? There's only $10,000 in the transfer. You must have made a mistake with the digits, right?
$10,000 only? Well, it's meant to be some financial support for the wedding, so no, I don't think there's a mistake.
What? Do you remember I'm your only daughter, right? No brothers or sisters to split the attention or money with.
Yes, of course I remember that. You're our only daughter.
Oh, come on. Are you actually serious? Only $10,000 for your one and only daughter's wedding? If you were a decent mother, you'd pay the whole thing. Otherwise, I might just leave you off the guest list. Come on, think about it. Even someone like you, who can't walk without crutches, ought to be able to figure out that the least you could do for your only daughter is to cover the wedding. Otherwise, what's the point of even being alive? You're just a burden on society who doesn't even do any housework, always relying on Dad to take care of everything. Pathetic.
Watch your mouth, young lady. You're getting too cocky. You know what? Fine. Consider this the last of anything you're getting from us. I'll make sure this is our final parting gift. Since you're apparently too good to even introduce us to your future husband or invite us to the wedding, why do you think you deserve any money from us? You're not getting a single cent more.
What? Hold on. Hey, old woman. What do you think you're doing? Don't get so full of yourself. You think I'll just accept not a single cent more, do you? Are you even listening to yourself?
That wasn't me. It was your father.
What? You're actually telling me Dad said that? That the dad who's got this dopey, timid expression and no backbone actually said something like that? Please, Mom, I don't know what game you're playing, but there's no way he would say that.
I'm telling the truth. Even I was shocked when I saw how furious he was.
You're serious? That guy really said that, acting like he's finally grown a spine? Hilarious. Anyway, whatever, but just pay the full amount already.
Oh, really? Didn't you say you wanted to cut ties with us after getting married? Isn't it strange to be expecting financial help for a wedding if you're trying to end the relationship? Your father's outburst made me realize something, too.
What are you going on about now? I'm your only daughter, right? Don't most parents feel obligated to pay for their only daughter's wedding?
You're getting married and planning to be supported by your husband, aren't you? In that case, it makes no sense for us to still be financially involved. Why not rely on your fiancé instead of us? Since you're planning to cut ties, we have no reason to give you any more money. In fact, looking back, I realize we spoiled you far too much already.
Huh? Don't even think you can decide something like this on your own. I'm about to get married, and what, you're just going to act like your money is more important than your daughter? You two are old now. How much longer do you think you'll even need that money?
I wouldn't say that. You see, we never got to live for ourselves. Since you were born, your father and I put everything into raising you. We didn't get to enjoy much of life ourselves. Do you remember how you were so sickly when you were younger? We spent countless hours taking you to and from hospitals, and it was exhausting and expensive.
Right, because you couldn't even raise me to be healthy, could you? All my memories from childhood are of being in and out of hospitals. Now I'm grown up and I'm still struggling to fit in socially. You two are lousy parents who couldn't even raise a healthy kid, so at this point the least you can do is make it up to me financially.
We knew you struggled, which is why we've continued to send you money every month. When you said you wanted to move out, we understood it was a chance for you to finally have freedom and happiness. Even though it meant sending you a considerable allowance for a luxury apartment in the city, we agreed and supported you. We never even complained about the cost, but then you go out and find someone to marry without even introducing us. You treated us as a resource, nothing more, and that hasn't sat well with either of us. So this time we're taking a stand. Consider us retired from being your parents. We're done here.
Oh, please, don't make yourselves out to be the victims. It's my wedding day. What kind of parent would not cover their only daughter's wedding, especially when it's the one day that's supposed to be all about me? And here you are, pretending to be these poor, burdened parents. Give me a break.
Actually, there was more to the 10,000.
What?
We planned to give you a house as a wedding present. A house where you could live comfortably and raise your own family, knowing they might need some extra care if they inherited any health issues. It was going to be my way of providing the support I couldn't provide when you were younger.
Wait, are you serious? That's why you were only sending 10,000 for the wedding?
Yes, I remember how much you dreamed of having a spacious house as a child. When you were younger, you couldn't even run around like other kids, and we had to live in a tiny apartment because of all the medical expenses. I thought it would be a way to give you the life you always wanted. I always regretted that I couldn't bring you into the world healthy. Your father has always felt conflicted about how much we sacrificed, but we did everything with you in mind. And now, hearing all this from you, it's clear we've reached a point where we have to let go.
What? You think a house makes up for all I had to go through as a kid? My childhood's gone and nothing can bring that back. But fine, if you're giving me a house, I'll let it go. I'll stop being so critical. Happy.
Do you realize now? I can see now more clearly than ever how toxic this relationship has become. Your father's outburst, it was like a revelation. This is where we draw the line.
Don't just act like you're over it. So where's the house? What's the plan for it? I want in on the planning.
There is no house. We're canceling it all.
What? You can't be serious. I already told my fiancé that you're covering the whole wedding. I told him it's only fair because from now on, he'll be the one taking care of me. And now you're telling me this? No way. I refuse to accept it.
You're reaping what you've sown. You made these plans without consulting us, and now you'll need to find your own way to make them happen. We don't owe you anything more than we've already given.
I'm the victim here. Isn't it a parent's duty to support their child? How can you just decide you're done supporting me?
You're the one who declared your independence. Now it's up to you to take responsibility for the life you wanted.
Hey, about yesterday, I got really heated, and I'm sorry for that. Now that I've cooled down a bit, I realize how out of control I was. It's honestly a little embarrassing.
It was the first time I've seen you get so emotional, you know? But I felt a bit happy, too. It felt like you were angry on my behalf.
Well, thinking about it, we've held ourselves back for so long and sacrificed so much for Angelica. But it's finally hit me. We've just been getting used and exploited over and over, and no matter how much we put in, it was never enough. It's clear we were never going to be appreciated. She's a grown woman now, healthy, and going about her life just as she pleases. She keeps bringing up her health issues from when she was younger, as if that justifies all her behavior now. To be honest, I feel like I can't keep putting up with it.
I never knew that's how you really felt. For so long I kept telling myself that it was my fault she wasn't born healthy. I thought if I can make up for it, then maybe I can atone for my failure as a parent. I let her get away with so much because of that guilt.
But she's of marriageable age now, and we've overindulged her far too much. She has no grasp of reality because of it. And then when something as monumental as her wedding comes up, she acts as if we're just her personal ATM. She doesn't respect us as parents or as individuals. I think it's time we stop spoiling her. We did our best. There's nothing left for us to feel guilty about.
Yes, you're right.
And it still eats at me to this day. The way she held on to her resentment about not being able to play with other children when she was younger. She actually went so far as to take out her anger on you by shoving you down those stairs. And the result was that you broke your leg. Now, even today, you rely on crutches to get around, and yet she sees this as something that was deserved, or something that you owe her. The way she mocked you, saying that since you couldn't even bring a healthy child into this world, you deserve to suffer too. I still can't forget that moment. Watching her treat you like that after all we'd been through together, it was like a slap in the face.
Her words, if you couldn't even bear a healthy daughter, then you deserve to know what it's like to live with a disability. I can still hear them in my head. I was exhausted physically and mentally back then, but I convinced myself that if I just kept making it up to her, then maybe, just maybe, she'd eventually forgive me. I really thought it was possible.
I've stood by, watching her treat you like that, feeling like I had to let it go. I used to think one day she'll grow up, move out, and finally find peace, maybe even come back to us with a sense of understanding. When she has her own kids, she'll see what we went through, and, with any luck, grow to appreciate the sacrifices we made. I thought that was how it would go, but now I realize we don't have to cling to that hope anymore. We don't have to keep hurting ourselves waiting for something that may never happen.
I think we both let our pity for her as a child blind us to how she was manipulating us. We sacrificed so much for her, thinking it was what she needed. But maybe, in a way, that's what turned her into the person she is today.
I'm not saying I want her to thank us. I can only imagine how hard it must have been to have a childhood filled with health problems. But to take that and turn it into a weapon against us, as if we purposely neglected her or failed her, I can't accept that anymore. She thinks our lives exist solely for her to do with as she pleases. But I won't let her treat us like this anymore.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I'm finally seeing clearly for the first time. She's healthy now, and she's the one who told us she didn't need us anymore. She made it very clear that we were obsolete to her, so why do we need to keep supporting her?
You know, when she hurt you, I should have stood up for you back then. I'm sorry for not doing more. You always told me that I was a kind man, easygoing, but maybe I was just passive, like Angelica said. I was probably just smiling my way through everything instead of facing the hard truth.
I know you were in a difficult position, caught between her and me. You wanted to consider her feelings while still supporting me. I know that must have been hard for you, so let's put the past behind us. Thinking about what happened back then doesn't change my injury, so there's no point in dwelling on it now.
Yes, you're right. Maybe from now on, we can live our lives without feeling like everything has to revolve around Angelica. Maybe we can finally start focusing on ourselves.
Yes, I think that could be wonderful. Living just for us. If we can actually do that, it would feel like a dream come true.
Hey, where the hell are you, old lady? Where did you disappear to? I'm at the family home right now, and you're nowhere to be found. So where did you go?
Oh, I see. Well, we don't live there anymore.
What? What do you mean? Why not? Where did you move to then?
Overseas.
Huh? What do you mean overseas? What's going on all of a sudden?
The money we'd saved up to buy you a home for when you got married. Since you told us you no longer needed our support, we used it to fund our move abroad. It no longer had a purpose tied to you, so we put it toward a fresh start for ourselves.
What? How dare you just do whatever you feel like with it? I came all the way to the family home just to talk about that, and you're just gone?
Well, you don't have a family home here anymore. You're the one who said you wanted to cut ties, remember? You told us that after you got married, we'd be unnecessary to you and you didn't want us in your life. So we're simply moving forward and enjoying life without you in it. That's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it? How can you just say it so easily? Because you started whining about not paying for my wedding, my fiancé got suspicious, checked my messages, and, well, now he's found out about our bad relationship. He's talking about calling off the wedding.
Wait, so you were hiding our whole situation from him?
I told him you weren't able to meet because of your injured leg, but that you were at least willing to pay for the wedding. That's the story I went with. Now, I don't have the money and I can't make up any more excuses. This is my final plea. Please, just help me out this once. If you don't, I'm seriously going to end up alone. I might not be able to get married at all if you don't come through.
That's unfortunate, but it sounds like it just wasn't meant to be. You're healthy now. You can go find someone who's truly committed to being with you. Someone who won't get cold feet over family matters.
Hold on, I could fix this with the money. Don't you see that? So please help me out, just this one time.
We're done being at your beck and call. You know, words are something you can't take back once you've said them. You keep pointing out how hard it was being unwell as a child, but you don't understand that the things you've said to us, especially to me, have left wounds that won't heal. And then there's my leg, which was injured because of you. That will never heal either.
But it's not like I didn't suffer too. My childhood was full of hardships. Why can't you just help me this once? Doesn't a parent have a responsibility to support their child?
When you think of yourself as the only one who's suffered, eventually you'll find yourself in a place where no one is willing to help you. Life doesn't work the way you think it does. You need to understand this now. It's time you grew up and learned how to face the consequences of your own choices.
What? So that's it? You're just washing your hands of me just like that? After everything you put me through, too? After all, it's not my fault that I wasn't healthy as a kid, and you're just going to abandon me now?
Your perspective is exactly why this is happening. Instead of blaming everyone else, try to show some accountability. Grow up for your own sake. Angelica approached us with a contrite look on her face, her palms open as a gesture that screamed apology. It was a sight that once might have tugged at our hearts, but now it was met with an unwavering resolve. We had made it abundantly clear that we could no longer lend an ear to the tales spun by our selfish daughter, tales that seemed to have a single narrative thread woven with manipulation, entitlement, and blatant disregard for the consequences of her actions. We felt as though a boundary had been crossed, one that was not merely a line in the sand, but a deep chasm that we could not overlook. Looking back, it was evident that the engagement conversation had been clouded with an array of concerns from the very start. It was not just a simple agreement between two families, it had morphed into a complex web of issues that weighed heavily on our hearts. The whispers we had heard, concerns about Angelica's behavior and choices, had grown into a cacophony of alarm bells that we could no longer ignore. We had been willing to support her, to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the evidence was overwhelming. The engagement, which should have been a joyous occasion, was instead fraught with complications that seemed insurmountable. As the situation unfolded, one particular incident came to light, illuminating the extent of her selfishness and poor decision-making. It was a shocking revelation that changed everything for us. Once we learned of this betrayal, the discussions about the engagement came to a sudden and jarring halt. The air was thick with tension, and it felt as though the ground beneath us had shifted. We were left grappling with reality that was painful to accept. Angelica had crossed a line, and the trust that had once bound us was now shattered. In the wake of this tumultuous episode, Angelica found herself in an unexpectedly precarious situation. The financial support that we, her parents, had once provided, support that she had taken for granted, was abruptly cut off. It was a harsh wake-up call for her, one that she had seemingly never anticipated. The vibrant city she had chosen to inhabit, with its dazzling lights and the allure of independence, had now transformed into a battleground of financial struggles. It was a stark contrast to the life she had known, one filled with comfort and security, and it was evident that she was woefully unprepared for the challenges ahead. We had always warned her about the realities of urban living, especially in a city notorious for its high cost of living. It is a place where dreams can quickly turn into nightmares if one is not adequately prepared to face its demands. Yet she had brushed off our concerns as if they were mere obstacles in her path to independence. Now, however, the consequences of her decisions were coming home to roost, and the weight of that realization was beginning to dawn on her. Without our financial backing, Angelica faced the daunting task of paying rent in an expensive city. She had chosen her apartment with enthusiasm, viewing it as a stepping stone to independence. However, that apartment, once a symbol of her newfound freedom, has become a heavy burden, one that she could no longer bear alone. The realities of bills and expenses were crashing down around her, and she found herself staring into the abyss of financial insecurity. In her desperation, she sought out part-time work, a necessary step that we had hoped would spark a sense of responsibility within her. This was not merely a job, it was a lifeline, a chance for her to build her life from the ground up. Yet the irony of her situation was palpable. She had once reveled in comforts provided by our support, and now she was forced to accept a life filled with frugality and hard work. We were cautiously hopeful that this experience would help her mature, but we also feared the emotional toll it could take on her. Reports began to filter back to us about her new living situation. She had managed to secure a low-paying job and found a modest apartment that was a far cry from the life of luxury she had once known. We understood that this sacrifice was essential for her survival, yet we couldn't help but feel a deep concern for her well-being. The environment she had chosen might be a catalyst for her growth, but it was also fraught with dangers that she had yet to fully comprehend. As I reflected on her predicament, a wave of mixed emotions washed over me. I felt disappointment, yes, but I also felt a profound sense of concern for her future. I wanted her to learn the lessons that life was so desperately trying to teach her. It was imperative for Angelica to grasp the reality that life is not simply a continuation of the privileges she had enjoyed during her upbringing. The world outside her door is harsh and unyielding, and she needed to understand that it does not owe her anything. This realization was crucial for her growth, and I hoped she would come to terms with it sooner rather than later. This journey should serve as a wake-up call for her. It was time for Angelica to shed her naivety and face the world with a sense of realism and maturity. The sooner she acknowledged her situation and took ownership of her actions, the better equipped she would be for the challenges that lay ahead. It was a daunting prospect, but one that was essential for her development as an individual. While I struggled with my feelings, I could not shake the sense that this experience was also an opportunity for Angelica to confront the truth about herself. I still cared for her deeply, despite the heartache and disappointment her actions had caused. The love I held for her as a parent remained steadfast, but I recognized the necessity of tough love at this juncture. It was time for her to realize the consequences of her choices and understand that as an adult she must take responsibility for her actions and decisions. I found myself reflecting on her upbringing, examining the choices we made as parents. Did we enable her selfish tendencies without meaning to? Were we too lenient, allowing her to believe that the world revolved around her and her desires? These questions haunted me, and I grappled with the idea that perhaps our parenting choices had inadvertently led her down this tumultuous path. I questioned whether we had shielded her from the realities of life, and if that shielding had now backfired spectacularly. Yet while these reflections were important, I ultimately realized that the responsibility for her choices lay squarely on her shoulders. Angelica had to confront the consequences of her actions, and in doing so she would hopefully learn valuable lessons about accountability, perseverance, and the strength of character. Life is filled with challenges, and the sooner she learns that overwhelming these challenges is crucial for her personal growth, the better prepared she will be for the future. As I thought about her trajectory, a flicker of hope emerged within me. I hoped she would find the inner strength to rise above her current circumstances. The struggles she faced now may seem overwhelming, but they can also be the catalyst for profound transformation. This experience should propel her towards a brighter future, one rooted in resilience and determination. Angelica needed to understand that every setback could serve as a setup for comeback. True strength lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in adapting and persevering through them. The world is not always kind, but it is often in the unkind moments that we discover our greatest potential. I wanted her to learn that nothing in life comes easy, and that personal growth often stems from confronting difficulties head-on. In conclusion, while her current situation is undoubtedly challenging, it holds the potential for deep personal growth and transformation. I wanted Angelica to emerge from this stronger, wiser, and more self-reliant than ever before. I hoped she would learn to confront her reality with an open heart and a willingness to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. This is not the end for her, rather it's a new beginning that could lead her toward a future filled with promise and possibility. As she navigated this new chapter in her life, I wanted her to find the courage to stand on her own 2 feet. Life is not about relying on others, it's about taking charge and making decisions that will lead to personal fulfillment. I trusted that, in time, she would come to appreciate the importance of self-reliance and the necessity of hard work. Ultimately, this experience should serve as a lesson in accountability and growth. It is crucial that she realizes the real world is filled with obstacles and that overcoming them will build her character. She must embrace the journey ahead, understanding that every experience, whether good or bad, will contribute to her development. The challenges she faced now may seem daunting, but I believed they would mold her into a person capable of not only overcoming adversity but thriving in its midst. I wanted her to embrace this opportunity for growth, allowing her experiences to guide her towards a stronger, more resilient future. There were moments when I felt overwhelmed by the weight of our situation, times when I wondered if I had done enough as a parent or if I had failed her in some fundamental way. I often revisited our family dynamics, reflecting on our communication patterns and the moments where we could have intervened or offered guidance more effectively. The times when she had asked for things and we had acquiesced too easily had perhaps given her the impression that she was entitled to whatever she desired. Moreover, I recognized that I had sheltered her from the harsh realities of life. I had shielded her from the disappointments that often accompany adulthood. I wanted her to be happy, and I had tried hard to provide her with every opportunity, but in doing so I might have inadvertently robbed her of the chance to develop resilience. As a parent, it is a delicate balance, nurturing while also preparing your child for the world outside. I had hoped that Angelica would eventually learn from her mistakes, but the path she was on was uncertain. Each day I found myself reflecting on what the future might hold for her. Would she rise to the occasion and learn from her experiences, or would she continue to struggle under the weight of her choices? These questions plagued me, and while I tried to remain hopeful, the uncertainty was difficult to bear. I wanted nothing more than for her to find her footing, to learn the lessons that life was so eager to teach her. As time went on, I began to see glimpses of change in her. While she was still grappling with the realities of adulthood, I noticed a flicker of determination in her eyes. It was as if she was finally beginning to understand the magnitude of her situation. Each small step she took towards independence was a sign that she was learning, albeit slowly. The conversations we had became more meaningful, laced with a sense of mutual respect and understanding that had been absent before. I knew that this journey would not be easy for her. There would be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when she might feel overwhelmed by the weight of her responsibilities. However, I believed that each challenge she faced was an opportunity for growth, a chance for her to discover her own strength and resilience. I hoped she would learn to embrace the struggles, to see them as a stepping stone toward a brighter future. As I continued to reflect on our relationship, I recognized that this journey was not just about Angelica. It was also about me as a parent. I was learning to navigate the complexities of our dynamic, to find a balance between support and tough love. I was realizing that being a parent means allowing your child to face the consequences of their actions, even when it is painful to watch. It was a hard lesson for both of us, but one that was ultimately necessary for her development. In the end, I wanted Angelica to thrive, to find her own path and create a life that was uniquely hers. I hoped that she would take the lessons learned from this experience and carry them forward, using them as a foundation upon which to build her future. I wanted her to understand that life is a journey filled with twists and turns, and that the way she responds to adversity will shape her character in profound ways.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Mark, can you take off next Friday?
Next Friday? Did we have plans?
It's Emma's graduation, remember? We talked about it last month.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
I put it on the family calendar 3 months ago. Even Emma reminded you last week at dinner.
You figured I'd forget, didn't you?
I had a hunch.
You don't need to be passive-aggressive about it.
I'm not being passive-aggressive. I'm being practical. Remember last year's sports festival?
Not this again.
You promised to come and didn't show up. You're always like this. I remind you to keep your schedule open, but you always forget and go to work anyway.
I've been busy with the new wedding venue launch.
The venue launch isn't for another month.
There's a lot of preparation involved.
You forgot Emma's middle school entrance ceremony, too. And her piano recital last month. And parent-teacher conferences. She practiced that piano piece for months.
I'm just forgetful by nature.
Only with family events, though. You remembered your golf session with clients last Sunday.
We've been married 20 years, you should know that by now.
But you only seem to forget plans with me? You have no problem remembering happy hours and work schedules. Why do you always forget our plans?
Those are different. Work events are in my calendar.
The family calendar is right on the fridge. You pass it every morning. I even set reminders on your phone.
I make an effort not to forget high-priority things.
So plans with me are low priority? Your family is low priority?
Well, yeah, obviously, work stuff is gonna be higher priority.
Even your daughter's graduation is lower priority than work? She's been talking about it for weeks. She even picked out a special dress.
That's a bit much.
It's a celebration. She worked really hard to be top of her class. You know she's giving the farewell speech?
Is it really that special? I don't need to take off work to go. You can just go by yourself.
I'm sure Emma wants you to be there too. She specifically asked if you were coming. She's been checking every day. Don't make her feel even more lonely.
Jeez, she's not a little kid anymore.
She's still your daughter. She still needs her father.
She won't care if her dad isn't at graduation.
She cares more than you know. I wanted to go together with you. I wanted us to witness our daughter's middle school graduation together. You know, to share the emotion of it. Take some family photos.
There's nothing emotional about it. Elementary school ends, then middle school starts. Middle school ends, then there's high school. And don't forget college after that. It's just changing locations. Why get all sentimental?
Because these moments don't come back. Once they're gone forever. You don't feel moved watching your child grow up? Remember how excited you were at her kindergarten graduation? You took the whole day off then.
Nope, not at all. If anything, it's depressing realizing how much more money we'll have to spend on her.
She got a scholarship. You know that. She worked hard for it.
I wish she'd hurry up and be independent.
Is that really what you're thinking? Do you not love your daughter?
Not particularly. Emma's been cold to me lately. Even when I'm home, she never tries to talk to me.
Maybe because you're always on your phone when she tries, or watching TV, or saying you're too tired.
Am I just chopped liver to her?
That's because you never tried to communicate with her. I'm sure she doesn't know how to interact with her father. She tried showing you her test scores last week. You barely looked up from your phone. If you skip her graduation, the gap between you will only grow.
Well, it's too late to take off now. You'll have to request time off at least a month in advance.
Which is exactly why I reminded you last month, and the month before that.
Plus, it's a holiday. It's hard enough to get time off on weekends and holidays as it is.
I know that. That's why I told you ahead of time. Can't you talk to your boss and figure something out? Make an exception just this once?
If I do that, my coworkers will resent me.
But your workplace is mostly women since it's the wedding industry, right? If you tell them it's for your kid's school event, I'm sure they'd understand. Most of them are mothers too.
No, they definitely wouldn't. The women at my company are super strict about work, especially Miranda. She's on another level. If you get on her bad side, it's over. Word is you can kiss your job goodbye.
There's someone that scary there? You've never mentioned her before.
Because it's not your business.
Anything that affects our family is my business.
Anyway, I'm not going to graduation, so you'll have to go alone.
Excuse me? Who was that woman you were walking with earlier?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you in Soho earlier.
You must be mistaken.
I was there with Emma to see a movie. I spotted you in front of the station. You were wearing your gray suit, the one I bought you for your birthday. Who was that woman you were holding hands with? The one in the red dress, with the long black hair?
You were in Soho? Talk about bad timing.
Bad timing for who exactly? Answer my question. Who is she? You went into that cafe on the corner.
You followed me?
I didn't have to. You were right there in plain sight. What is this? Are you cheating on me?
Yeah, I am, but don't make a big fuss over a little infidelity.
A little infidelity? Is that what you call betraying your family?
Everyone does it.
No, they don't. Normal people don't destroy their families. How long has this been going on?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Every moment matters. Every lie you told me matters.
You're being dramatic.
How can you just brush it off like that? Emma saw you too, you know. Her face when she saw you?
Well, maybe it's time she learned. Men and women have their needs.
Our daughter saw her father cheating on her mother, and that's your response? What kind of lesson is that?
She's old enough to understand.
Understand what exactly? That her father is a cheater? This isn't funny. I thought it was strange you kept coming home late recently. All those overtime hours, those business dinners, the texts you keep hiding. So this is what you were up to.
You're overthinking it.
Am I? Let's check your phone then.
Stay out of my private things.
It all makes sense now. The new cologne, the sudden gym membership, the work trips that didn't match your schedule, those mysterious credit card charges. Break things off with your mistress right now.
Hey, don't order me around. Why should I?
Because you're married? Because we have a daughter? Because you made vows? You're going to keep seeing her even after getting caught?
I have my circumstances too. I can't break it off immediately.
What circumstances? What could possibly justify this? Are you in love with her?
You wouldn't understand.
Try me. Explain it to me. Help me understand how you could do this to us. I don't give a damn about your circumstances. End it, Now.
Don't be so selfish.
I'm being selfish? You're the one being selfish here. Why do I have to keep putting up with this? Is she from your office? Is that why you won't take time off? Is that why you're always working late?
Hey, cut it out already. Who do you think is providing for you?
Don't you dare try to change the subject. Don't you dare use money as an excuse.
Don't talk back to your husband.
Are you kidding me? So housewives and children aren't even allowed to criticize cheating husbands? We're just supposed to accept this? Pretend we didn't see anything?
You're living off the money I earn. Let me have my stress relief.
Stress relief? That's what you call betraying your family? What stress? The stress of having a wife who takes care of everything? The stress of having a daughter who works hard and makes you proud?
You're always complaining even though you don't do jack. If you can't handle it, then get out of my house, you useless freeloaders.
Freeloaders? 20 years of marriage, and that's what you think of us? Who raised your daughter? Who manages your household?
You're just all talk. A housewife who can only do chores, and an ungrateful daughter who doesn't appreciate her provider. I can't deal with this family.
Don't talk about Emma that way. She's a straight-A student. She helps with housework. She's everything a parent could want. Obviously, you're the one in the wrong here. How can you be so shameless about this?
You're still going on about it? God, you're an annoying woman. That's it. I'm not coming home tonight.
What are you saying? Come home right now. Explain yourself properly. Don't you run away. Hey, get back here already.
I'm turning off my phone.
Coward. At this rate, we're never going to talk things out. Stop being a coward and face me properly. 3 days of silence is enough.
There's nothing to discuss. I've made up my mind. I'm leaving you.
After one confrontation, that's all our marriage is worth to you? 20 years thrown away in 3 days?
I'm dead serious.
When did you decide this? How long have you been planning to leave?
Does it matter?
You're really gonna throw away 20 years? All our memories together?
It's not throwing away, it's moving forward.
Moving forward to what exactly? To your mistress?
I'm going to marry her.
You're abandoning us? For someone you just met? Do you even know her?
And I'm remarrying to her.
You haven't even divorced me yet, and you're already planning your next wedding? Have you lost your mind?
I'm moving out to get my head on straight. Send my stuff when I have a new place.
You want me to pack your things? After you cheated? After you decided to leave? Why should I have to do that? Come get your things yourself.
That's a pain. Just box it up and I'll have someone get it.
No. You come face your family properly. Come face Emma properly. She deserves at least that much.
Plus, if I see your face, you'll just nag at me again. I don't want to come back.
Nag at you? Is that what you call holding you accountable? Is that what you call asking for basic respect?
It's what I call your endless complaints.
When did I ever complain? When did I ever demand anything from you? You're really going to end things without even talking? Without a single apology to us? To Emma? To the daughter you're abandoning?
That's right. There's no point in talking.
No point? 20 years of marriage, a teenage daughter, our home, our life together, and there's no point in talking?
I'm not going to change my mind.
Did you ever love us at all? Was any of it real? Or were we just convenient?
I don't regret this or feel sorry, so I'm not going to apologize.
I see. Now I understand. I feel like I'm finally seeing you for who you are. All these years, I've been blind, thinking you were just busy, thinking you were just tired. You're a terrible person. You're the absolute worst. I can't believe my husband of 20 years is cheating on me. What was the point of me dedicating my life to you? All those nights I stayed up waiting, all those events I attended alone, all those times I made excuses for you, all those times I defended you to Emma. I worked so hard doing all the housework and child rearing alone, making sure you had a hot meal when you came home, making sure your clothes were always clean and pressed. Without a word of complaint to my husband, who never helped out. Even when I was sick, even when I was exhausted. I even defended you to Emma when you missed her events. Dad's working hard for us, I said. Dad loves us, I said. What a fool I've been. If I knew it would come to this, I should have given you an earful instead of holding back. I should have called you out years ago. The first time you missed Emma's birthday. The first time you forgot our anniversary. The first time you chose work over family. Maybe then you would have understood. Maybe then you would have changed. But it's too late now, isn't it?
Good work on the chores and kids. Do whatever you want now.
After everything, that's all you have to say? 20 years dismissed with good work?
Well, I guess you've still got child rearing left, but that's not my problem anymore.
Not your problem? You think you can just opt out of being a father? Like canceling a subscription?
You're on your own.
We've always been on our own. You're never really there anyway.
You managed fine without me before. Nothing'll change.
Except now Emma knows her father abandoned her. Except now she knows you chose another woman over her. How do you think that makes her feel?
She'll get over it.
Like I got over you missing her performances? Like I got over you forgetting our anniversaries? Do what I want, huh?
Go ahead and find yourself a new husband.
Is that supposed to hurt me? You think I need a man like you in my life?
Not that any guy would want a single mom your age.
And no woman with self-respect would want a cheating coward. A man who abandons his family. A man who can't even face his own daughter.
Watch your mouth.
Or what? What more can you do to us? You've already shown exactly who you are. A coward. Fine, I'll do as I please. Starting with visiting your workplace.
Don't you dare!
Why not? Scared? Afraid your colleagues will see who you really are?
You wouldn't!
You've pushed me far enough. Don't you dare complain about what I do. You've lost that right, along with everything else.
What the hell are you doing? Have you lost your mind barging into my workplace?
Oh, you're the one who said to do whatever I want. Didn't expect me to actually do it? Didn't think I had it in me?
This is my workplace!
Where you've been having your affair? Where you've been lying to everyone?
You can't just show up here!
Who's going to stop me? You? What? You can't take responsibility for your words? This is exactly why deadbeats are hopeless. You never think about consequences, do you? Always thinking you can get away with everything.
Still, don't just show up at my job. That's completely inappropriate.
Inappropriate? Like cheating on your wife? Like planning to remarry while still married? Like abandoning your family? Like that kind of inappropriate?
This is different.
How exactly is it different? Because it affects you directly? Because now you have to face consequences?
This is my workplace!
Where you've been hiding your mistress? Where you've been living your double life?
You're making a scene!
No, you made this scene. Months ago. When you decided to cheat. When you decided to lie. When you decided our family wasn't worth keeping. I'm just making it public. Letting everyone see who you really are.
You've lost your mind!
No, I found my voice. Something I should have done years ago. When you first started taking us for granted. When you first started putting work before family. But better late than never, right?
I had no choice!
No choice but what?
To bring her to the office!
I found out your mistress is your coworker. Really? A colleague? Someone you see every day? That's low, even for you. All those late nights working. I had to pay my respects before handing over the wife title, though I doubt you'll keep her that long.
What respect? You made her kneel in apology, didn't you?
Did I force her? Did I even touch her? I just stood there. I just asked my questions.
She's been trembling and crying ever since!
Funny how she can cry now, but she didn't cry about breaking up a family, about hurting a child. I didn't force her to apologize. I just asked if she shouldn't be apologizing to me, to Emma, to your parents.
You humiliated her in front of everyone!
She humiliated herself. The moment she chose to date a married man. She's quite the pitiful girl. Younger than me, isn't she? Can someone like that really make it in the wedding industry? Planning other people's weddings while destroying a marriage? What kind of karma is that? I hear it's a cutthroat world, especially with someone like Miranda around, your scary boss.
Leave Miranda out of this!
Oh, scared of her finding out? Too late for that, isn't it?
That's what I like about her. Her simple and gentle nature appeals to me.
Your mistress? Is that what you call it?
At least she doesn't cause scenes. That's why I picked her. Girls like her are easy to keep under my thumb.
And there it is, the real you.
I like that. Not like you, always questioning everything.
I bet it's a reaction to being around strong-willed women at work all the time. Is that why you picked someone so weak? Someone who won't stand up to you? Come to think of it, I used to be the quiet, obedient type back in the day, too. I guess that's why you chose me. You like women you can control, until they find their voice.
Don't go comparing yourself to her, barging into my job like that.
You're right. I've changed with age, and my anger towards you has changed me even more. It's like my perspective suddenly opened up. I just feel like I've finally woken up. 20 years of putting up with your behavior. 20 years of making excuses.
You really have changed. I wonder how many years it's been since I called you by name.
Don't try to be sentimental now. It doesn't suit you. Why did I ever devote myself to a man like this? I must have been out of my mind. Seeing you at the office earlier, you looked so pathetic. All that big talk at home, but here, nothing. Just a scared little man.
What was that?
Your voice was cracking. You were stammering. You couldn't even look me in the eye, hiding behind your desk. You only cared about what your coworkers thought of you, and you wouldn't even stand up for your mistress groveling on the ground. Some protector you turned out to be. Some man you turned out to be. I almost felt bad for her. Almost. But I won't hold back on the alimony. Got it? Every penny you owe us for every lie you told.
You even brought up alimony in front of my co-workers! Why would you say something so embarrassing?
Embarrassing? Like having your wife discover your affair isn't embarrassing? Like abandoning your family isn't embarrassing? You two are the only embarrassing ones here. That's what I'm telling you. Your mother said the same thing about you too. What a pathetic excuse for a man. She's ashamed to have you as a son. I told your parents at the family home all about your cheating. Emma and I went and had a long talk with them about all the horrible things you've done to us, every single detail. And your parents took our side, immediately, without hesitation.
You went to my parents?
Of course I did. They deserve to know what their son has done, what kind of man they raised.
That wasn't your place!
Then whose place was it? Were you planning to tell them? Or were you going to lie to them too?
They said they'd punish you!
Punish you how? What did they say exactly?
That's between me and them.
No, it's between all of us now. Because while you've been ignoring your family, I've been taking care of your parents. While you've been working late.
What do you mean?
Who do you think helps your mother with her doctor appointments? Who drives her to physical therapy? Frequently visiting with Emma, helping out around their house, being there to lend an ear. When your mother was sick last month, where were you? When was the last time you even called them?
I've been busy!
For 3 months straight? Too busy for a 5-minute phone call? So your parents have really taken a liking to me. They trust me more than you. Did you know your father's health hasn't been good?
What?
Of course you didn't, because you never visit, never call, never ask.
They're choosing their daughter-in-law over their actual son?
They're choosing the person who's actually been there, the person who shows up, the person who cares.
I'm the oldest child!
So what? Being the oldest means nothing if you don't act like it. This is your punishment for not cherishing your parents, for taking them for granted.
They can't do this to me!
They already are. This is what happens when you neglect communication with your family. I warned you so many times. Call your parents, I said. Visit them, I said. They're not getting any younger, I said. But you were always too busy.
What the hell are they planning to do to me?
Your father was particularly upset. I've never seen him so angry. Not in 20 years.
Tell me what they said.
Well, go visit them and find out. They said they're calling you in to have a direct talk.
A direct talk?
Face to face, like adults. They said they're calling you in tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be getting a call from them soon.
Can't you just tell me?
No, I think you need to hear it from them. Just like I needed to hear about your affair from you, instead of finding out in public, with our daughter watching.
Sarah, please!
Don't Sarah please me now. You lost that right. Good luck. You're going to need it.
At least give me a hint.
Why? So you can prepare your excuses? Like you always do? No. I think you should go in blind. Just like I was. Just like Emma was. Time to face the consequences of your actions.
Hey, Sarah, I'm so sorry for everything up until now.
3 days of silence and now this? After everything you've done?
Please forgive me.
What's this about? Why the sudden change in attitude? You went back to see your parents. How did it go?
They ripped into me. Dad even beat the crap out of me.
At your age? Like a child?
He said I deserved it. Maybe I did.
So now you're reflecting, after the damage is done?
They said if I don't break things off with my mistress, they're disowning me, that they won't give me my inheritance.
Your inheritance too. That's big. Though I'm not surprised. Your father worked hard for that money.
Dad said he donated all before passing it down to me. He had dead serious eyes.
He means it. You know how he is about family.
I know he does, and now my workplace is unbearable. Everyone's whispering, pointing fingers. At this rate, my life is over.
Now you understand consequences. How does it feel to lose everything at once? Oh, I got an apology call from your mistress.
You did?
She was crying the whole time, not making much sense. Sounds like a lot went down at your office.
What's this about? I didn't hear that.
After I showed up, it seems like Miranda gave her a piece of her mind. You're scary, boss Miranda. told her any woman who'd wreck a marriage doesn't belong in the wedding business. I mean, she's got a point. Hard to plan happy weddings when you're destroying marriages.
Miranda said that?
Miranda sure tells it like it is. Apparently your mistress got the cold shoulder from her other co-workers too, and she's at her breaking point. She said she wants to quit and move back to her hometown. Can't handle the shame, I guess.
So she's abandoning me?
Did you expect loyalty from someone who helps break up marriages? Did you think she'd stand by you? Well, that's a shame. Looks like remarrying is off the table. And we're divorcing, so you're back to being a bachelor. But you're still paying alimony and child support every month without fail.
Wait a second. Let's call off the divorce after all.
Excuse me? What are you saying? You're the one who suggested it.
You were against it at first, too.
That was before I knew everything. Before I saw who you really are.
And you can't support yourself without me. How are you gonna earn money after being a housewife all this time?
Watch me. I'll figure out a job. I've got the alimony I'm taking from you. And your parents said they'll give me a lump sum as an apology.
They're giving you money?
I'll be fine financially for a while. I'm thinking of getting a certification. A qualification will help with job hunting. I've already started looking into courses.
But Emma's college tuition is coming up. Wouldn't it be better to have me around?
Better for who? Having you around is way more trouble than it's worth. I have no intention of depending on a man who called his wife and daughter freeloaders.
I just lost my temper in the heat of the moment. I didn't mean it.
You meant every word. Every single one.
I was only able to work hard because I had a family. I'm truly grateful for you. I should have never forgotten that appreciation.
But we'll never forget how you insulted us. We can't live together anymore. Emma doesn't want to see you either. She made that very clear.
Please don't leave me. I can't live without you two.
You should have thought about that before. Before the affair. Before the lies. Oh, shut up. No apology is going to change how we feel at this point. I'm sick of your whining, you insufferable man.
Give me another chance!
You had 20 years of chances. It's over.
What about Emma?
You lost the right to ask about her. The moment you chose another woman over your own family.
I'm still her father!
Are you? When's the last time you acted like one? When's the last time you put her first?
Sarah, please!
Goodbye, Mark.
Wait!
I've waited long enough. We all have. I separated from my husband and started living with just my daughter. We're each collecting alimony from my ex-husband and his mistress. The mistress couldn't handle the atmosphere at work, so she quit and moved back to her hometown. My husband is still working at the same company, facing the cold treatment from his female co-workers, especially Miranda. But he can't quit even if he wanted to, since he's obligated to pay us child support. The infidelity incident is still haunting him, with his female colleagues talking behind his back every day. Staying at a workplace like that must be soul-crushing. My ex-in-laws have practically disowned my former husband. They're so disappointed in him. But my daughter and I visit them from time to time, and they give us spending money. They seem to want to support us however they can, so I graciously accept. I'm planning to use the money they give us for my daughter's college expenses. For 20 years, I lived suppressing my own feelings, but from now on, I'm going to follow my heart and live freely, and I hope my daughter will live true to herself as well.